This is 19 Eyewitness News for the heart of Illinois, with news anchors Teri Scott and Bill Brough, Doug Bell on sports, and Lee Ranson with the weather.
Good evening once again, everybody, and a pleasant holiday weekend to you. Putting in overtime through this holiday has not made legislators want to break their deadlock over public works projects. The impasse has delayed welfare checks to 100,000 people in Illinois. The welfare budget fell 6 votes short of the 71 needed to get it on the governor's desk for approval. 47 Republicans withheld support for the measure, hoping to force Democrats to put a compromise version of Governor Thompson's Build Illinois plan to a vote first. Well, the outlook for Illinois job seekers is improving tonight. The number of people without jobs declined 0.7% from May to 8.9% last month. June's national unemployment figures held steady for the 5th consecutive month at 7.3%. Of the 11 most populated states in the nation, Illinois' unemployment rate ranks number 2, just behind Michigan. And across the seas, Lebanese officials are also concerned about the economy, specifically that at the Beirut airport. President Reagan's trying to shut down the airport with a boycott. Lebanon's asking European nations to ignore America's pleadings, and the State Department today, a delegation of Arab ambassadors, is protesting Mr. Reagan's move. Rick Inderforth has more on the story.
We have emphasized the measures that the Lebanese government has undertaken, and we hope that the United States would reassess its position.
And Lebanon's ambassador to the U.S. says his country is being punished for a crime it did not commit.
We are not convinced that these measures are not punitive. We think these measures are going to penalize the Lebanese people. We think these measures would not stop hijacking at all.
Lebanese President Amin Jamal has ordered new security measures for the airport, including strengthened barricades and replacing Shiite militiamen with regular Lebanese army units. The State Department said that isn't enough.
Obviously, any efforts by the government of Lebanon to improve security at Beirut International Airport would be welcome, but much needs to be done.
The U.S. also wants more done about obtaining the release of the 7 remaining Americans held hostage in Lebanon. Earlier this week, President Reagan spoke by phone with Syrian President Assad, again asking for his assistance. While Assad offered no assurances, the State Department says Syria is being helpful.
That we have reason to believe that Syria is making an effort to play a positive role in securing the release of the 7 American hostages in Lebanon.
Rick Inderforth, ABC News, the State Department.
After 2 weeks of searching the deep, icy waters off Ireland's coast, officials say they may have found a clue in the Air India jetliner crash. A robot submarine probing the ocean floor has located the piece of wreckage believed to contain the plane's flight recorders. Information from the flight's so-called black box could reveal whether a bomb exploded, causing the crash, which claimed some 329 lives. California authorities tonight say fog, cooler temperatures, and less wind have helped weary firefighters to nearly contain a huge blaze near WHOI. However, in other parts of California and 8 other states, fires still burn out of control. We have more on the story in this report.
The most serious fire in California today was this blaze in forest lands east of San Luis Obispo. It has now consumed 32,000 acres, has doubled in size since yesterday, and is still burning out of control.
There was encouraging news today here in the California coastal community of Carpinteria. A blanket of fog moved in off the Pacific Ocean, and the fire threat has eased considerably.
When the fog comes in, this morning it was at an elevation of about 1,200 feet. The humidity goes up, the temperature dies down, and burning is suppressed.
The lull has given firefighters the break they've been waiting for. Time to clear away some of the extremely dry brush that often ignites in a flash. The strategy is to create new fire breaks, barren areas, so that when the flames reach them, they stop.
Start right up there. On the slop over, take it to 8 feet both sides. Mop up anything 2 to 3 feet inside.
There may be a lull in this immediate area, but more than a dozen fires continue to burn throughout California. They have already blackened 250 square miles and forced the evacuation of 8,000 people. Gary Shepard, ABC News, Carpinteria, California.
Now, admittedly, this sounds like a bad April Fool's joke, a watermelon recall. But it's anything but a laughing matter to the 46 people in the Northwest who become ill by eating tainted watermelons. People in California, Oregon, and Washington have become sick after eating pesticide-contaminated melons. Officials say they're starting to zero in on growers in 2 California counties believed responsible. Meanwhile, both growers and sellers say they'll lose hundreds of thousands of dollars over the holiday because of the watermelon recall. Thank goodness we didn't have to recall the forecast.
Yeah, it did hold up for the fireworks. They got them in tonight.
Sure did.
We got lucky tonight. We've got a good forecast on hand. Stay tuned for more.
WHOI, 7-Up, and Kroger take you up, and away at the Heart of Illinois Fair. Register to win a hot air balloon ride taking off Sunday, July 14th at 5:30. Entries available at all Kroger stores.
Something new right now from Cadillac. 9.9 APR financing on front-wheel drive Fleetwoods and DeVille.
Yes, front-wheel drive Cadillac Fleetwoods and DeVille. Sedans and coupes, V8 and luxury equipment standard. 9.9% financing. Or check the $4,000 savings on Cadillac's Fleetwood Brougham. On sale now at Neil Norton Cadillac Pontiac, top of Main Street Hill, Peoria.
9.9 means savings to $2,000. Come see us today and something good's going to happen to you.
Summer, the perfect time to break from burgers and dive into Taco Bell's taco salad. Summer! Now's the time for something light. Summer! Cool and crisp and oh so bright. Summer! A taco salad's made for you. So fresh, so cool, refreshing too. Taco Bell. Taco salad. It's just made for summer.
Don't put up with bugs at your barbecue. Put up a bug barrier. Don't let mosquitoes bite away at your backyard fun.
Mom, do something.
Put up a bug barrier with Raid Yard Guard, the powerful outdoor fogger that kills bugs now and forms an invisible barrier that helps keep bugs away for hours.
All clear, guys.
Don't put up with bugs. Get Raid Yard Guard, the bug barrier.
Well, it worked. Everybody crossing their fingers. It worked. No thunderstorms tonight, and that's good news for the people heading down or the people that went down to Eckwood Park, and there was a bunch of them. Fireworks 85 did go off as planned, just a day late. And it was a nice day outside with temperatures in the 80s. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be even better. Outside right now, we're in the 70s, 71 here in Peoria, 75, Moline and Quincy, down in St. Louis, 77, Cairo making syrup at 78, and up in the Windy City, 68 degrees. Our temperature is under clear skies, humidity is 71%, and the winds are out of the west at 6 miles an hour. The barometer is currently steady. It's 29.83 inches. Our high today came at about 3:30 this afternoon, 82, the low 59. Normally 85 and 64, so we missed it by 4 degrees, and that's all right. No rainfall reported as of now, and the record's for tomorrow. The same years as today, 1936 set the high of 106 and 48 back in 1972. Well, if you're up in the satellite, this is what it looks like. It looks pretty good. The clouds have moved mainly to the east right now. Quite a bit of activity occurring along this line. You can see there's a low pressure trough becomes stationary back around Oklahoma, and in and around that line, some real nasty weather. There's some high winds up in New York State and all along upper Michigan, down into Ohio. Tornadoes reported, heavy winds, hail, and rain in that area. Down in Mississippi, 9.5 inches of rain in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and that was just in 11 hours. A lot of rain down there. And talk about hot out west, real hot. In Utah, they set a new state record, 117 degrees. Las Vegas, Nevada was also going for that record. They only got to 116. Kind of cool out there. Low pressure starting to build up with some storms out west. Could be in our area about midweek. The super radar shows it at this time to be pretty much cloud-free and rain-free out to the west, but you can see all the activity. It's occurring right here down in Tennessee and up around Kentucky, up into the eastern Ohio, and moving into New York State, and Florida's getting their share right now also. Tomorrow, though, looks pretty good for us here in the Midwest. High pressure will keep the sunshine and the warm temperatures all through the weekend for us. Rain continuing, though, all out on the East Coast. High will be tomorrow around 84. 85, 83. It should be pretty nice, but you can see these 90s are creeping close, and they will be here about Sunday. 70s up to the north, and that's the cool spot for the country. If you've got to travel tomorrow, it's going to be nice. Sunny everywhere you go, but it's going to be warm. 90 in Des Moines, 88 in Kansas City, Chicago, only 80 and sunny. Down south, 88 St. Louis, Louisville, sunny and 90, and Indianapolis, 85 and sunny. Our forecast, fair and cool with light northwest winds, low about 58. Tomorrow when you get started, a nice summer morning, starting the day at 68 and warming up to 83 with light northwest winds. Real nice day. Fair and cool tomorrow and low about 58, and then on Sunday, head for the pool, sunny and warm, 88, and the 5-day forecast shows us staying up in the 80s, creeping towards 90 on Wednesday. It's going to be a warm week. Enjoy it. Bill?
The 4th of July holiday's far from over for area police departments. They continue to receive calls concerning the illegal use of fireworks. For the thousands who faced disappointment when last night's fireworks at Peoria's Eckwood Park were put on hold, the wait was worthwhile. Again today, the diehards showed up early to pick the best vantage points for the 9 o'clock blast-off at Peoria's riverfront. And when we return, police need your help in identifying a mystery jogger found unconscious today. And there's a question about a potential health hazard in Peoria County. Please stay with us.
Since the turn of the century, we at Methodist Medical Center have been committed to giving you the care you need and have a right to expect from a major medical center. We share your concern over rising hospital costs. New technology and increased efficiency have helped us to hold down your costs, but more importantly, they've allowed us to give you the time and personal attention you deserve. At Methodist, pride guarantees your satisfaction with our continuing tradition of care.
Bill Russell? Uh-huh. Shoot, me and Bill Russell both running on Amoco Premium.
Small world.
I should have known a pro like you would know your gasoline, Bill.
To tell you the truth, it's my car that knows.
Why do more drivers rate Amoco Premium lead-free, the highest quality gasoline? Your car knows.
Go for it, big guy. All right.
Well, shoot.
Amoco, your car knows.
Cadillac and Brinkman, symbols of class. For a limited time only, get 9.9% financing on front-wheel drive Coupe de Ville, Sedan de Ville, and Fleetwood sedans. 30 years under the same ownership and a grand selection of styles makes Brinkman your Central Illinois Cadillac dealer. Easy to get to on Auto Row Pekin. That's Brinkman Oldsmobile Cadillac, the other dealer.
Peoria police tonight say an unidentified man remains in very serious condition at Methodist Medical Center. The victim was found earlier today near Willow Knolls Country Club, unconscious, wearing jogging shorts. He carried no identification, and police are looking for anyone who can provide information. The man's described as being about 5'8", weighing about 165 pounds. Both his eyes and hair are brown. If you can help with the victim's ID, please get in touch with the Peoria County Sheriff's Office. The Heart of Illinois Sierra Club is looking to Peoria County State's Attorney John Barra for help. They're worried that contaminated Missouri soil could be dumped at the Pottstown landfill. Bill Alexander explains the club concern raises questions about public safety.
The environmentalists say the hazardous waste, TCE, an industrial solvent and cancer-causing substance, could harm the county's water supply. They don't want the contaminated soil from Missouri at Peoria Disposal's Pottstown landfill. Pottstown is one of the sites the EPA is considering. Richard WHOI of the Sierra Club wants the state's attorney to study the issue.
The lawsuit which we are asking the state's attorney to consider is one which would, if the company failed to prove that the site was safe, would result in the site being closed. Therefore, no more hazardous waste would be allowed there.
The state's attorney says he still has to review the legal issues and can't make a decision on whether to take action until he has more information. Meanwhile, WHOI says he'll monitor this case and another involving a waste site being cleaned in Bairdstown. Contaminated soil with smaller concentrations of PCBs could reach the same landfill.
It is all part of the same problem, another hazardous waste being buried over our water.
From the Peoria County Courthouse, Bill Alexander, 19 Eyewitness News.
Illinois Farm Bureau leaders don't think that Uncle Sam's doing enough for farmers, and today they met with Congressman Bob Michael seeking his support. Michael updated the Fulton County gathering on the Farm Bill and plans to fight the deficit Farm Bureau members told the congressman that farmers need help from Uncle Sam right now if trouble is to be averted quickly.
We're going to have help. I mean, agriculture has always been tied with, whether it's embargoes or any other type of program that agriculture gets involved in and uses a bargaining tool, we will likely we need a support of some type.
I think it's unrealistic to think we can go from where we are to a completely free market tomorrow. I don't think that's feasible. I don't think it's reasonable. I don't think in these times it's possible. I think there has to be a transition period of time.
And addressing a specific aspect of the Farm Bill, Michael says he prefers setting up a grain program which lasts longer than just 1 year. Well, at first, it may seem a somewhat tenuous connection, that bond which links elderly shut-ins and out-of-work teenagers. Tonight, 19's Susan Finzen gives us some insight into a unique program which seeks to bring the young and the old closer together.
18-year-old Otis Irby was having a lot of trouble finding work. Employers want experience. He didn't have any. 79-year-old George Randolph was having trouble keeping his yard up. His lawnmower's broken, and he has no one around to help him out. That is, until Peoria's Southside United Neighborhood Center matched up George Randolph with Otis Irby and a group of other out-of-work teens. In a new program sponsored by United Neighborhoods, teens are paid with federal funds to help out seniors who live alone. They'll do yard work like they're doing here for George Randolph, or they'll help out inside the house. Any senior citizen inside Peoria City is eligible for teen help. Just contact United Neighborhoods. George Randolph is glad he did.
Well, I think it's a fine job. It's wonderful. Nice, beautiful job they're doing.
This program is helping both age groups. The seniors are getting their yard work and their housework done, and the youths are getting their first shot at a real job. It's a shot that many have been hoping for a long time.
Yeah, I have had trouble finding a job before because you have to be experienced. In this job, you just do what you do around the house.
It's kind of hard, but I can handle it.
Program coordinators hope the teens will do more than just handle the work. They hope the kids will build a future on it. Susan Finzen, 19 Eyewitness News.
Doug's here, and big guy, are we talking cards tonight?
Yeah, Cardinals, bad news, though. But
Yeah.
bad news for the Cub fans, too. So, you know, what can I tell you? Not a good day for anybody. We'll have highlights, everything you can name right after the stick around.
It's that time of year again, vacation time. I'm Jim McComb, and there's no better time to hit the highways in a new 85 Jim McComb Chevrolet than right now. Because our vacation sale is now going on and we're really dealing. Our selection is fantastic and our financing is just right for you. Get your shopping done, but check our price before you buy for super savings during this special vacation sale. Drive in comfort and style with a new 85 Jim McComb Chevrolet, where our price will get you and our service will keep you.
Mission.
Uncap a whole summer of fun with a sensational lineup of summer fun films every Saturday night at 10:30 on Cinema 19.
0% interest. That's right. Now through Monday at Cohen's, your finance charge is zero. Buy as much furniture, carpet, bedding, and accessories as you want at Cohen's before closing time Monday, and your finance charge is zero. Right now, you can buy this classically beautiful bedroom in traditional cherry finish, headboard, double dresser, mirror, and chest, all 4 pieces, just $549. Matching nightstand, just $129. No finance offer ends Monday at 9 p.m. 0% interest at Cohen's, all 5 stores.
Come on in hungry for our classic hot dog. Tasty, plump, and juicy. With ketchup and mustard. Or with chili. Or melted cheese. Mmm, what a taste. Maybe that's why so many people enjoy hot dogs at Dairy Queen every year. Come on in and taste why just about everybody's favorite hot dogs come from Dairy Queen.
Tonight in St. Louis, Jerry Royce slowed down his former teammates as the Dodgers evened the series at a game apiece with a 4-1 win. Now, the Redbirds got to Royce in the first inning when Vince Coleman will slap one down the left field line, and he runs like a Rolls Royce all the way to third base, and he scored later on a William McGee sacrifice fly. Now, the Redbirds had the bases loaded in the sixth inning, but Greg Brock comes up with a great play on a Terry Pendleton chopper that kills the threat, and we go on. In the seventh, the Dodgers went up 2-1 when R.J. Reynolds hits one over the head of Vince Coleman. Maybe he should have had it. The run would have scored anyway. A guy was on third. Ken Howell mops up. The Dodgers go on to win tonight by the count of 4-1. Now, in the first inning at Wrigley Field this afternoon, bases...
Join WHOI for this fascinating vacation to classic Europe. Call Norma Joseph for reservations.
We've got two great guys to entertain you every weeknight at 10:30. The late night fun starts with Archie, Edith, and All in the Family.
It's a well-known fact. Men weight more than women.
And at 11, it's Dr. Robert Hartley on the Bob Newhart Show. Join the fun weeknights at 10:30 on WHOI.
We've got it all.
And here's Dan with a look at tomorrow morning.
It's going to be a good one.
They need a sponsor the way a crap shooter's baby needs a new pair of shoes. Come 7, come 11. Is it going to come off, the venture?
Oh, yeah. It is, definitely. Most definitely.
Going to get the money.
Oh, we are, definitely, yes.
Right now, the biggest challenge facing the Miranda Challenge is raising the money for the effort. If the women don't get it, they'll never leave the dock come September. But given the determination we've seen here, if they do start, they'll finish. Ray Gandalf, ABC News, Gosport, England.
Well, that's our report for tonight.
100% of a day's worth of 9 vitamins and iron. It's made from 100% whole grain wheat, too. Total, one bowl, 100%. Discover the skin-softening secret of the islands. Cocoa butter and Pond's cream and cocoa butter lotion. Leaves even dry skin softer, younger looking. Pond's cream and cocoa butter lotion. Milk-Bone dog biscuits crunch away plaque and food particles to help get your dog's breath fresher, teeth cleaner naturally. Milk-Bone dog biscuits. Only Q-Tex Remover has moisture guard to protect nails from drying and breaking. No wonder it's America's #1 remover. From St. Ives, you'll experience the luxurious sensation of St. Ives skincare collection available at food and drug stores. St. Ives Swiss Formula.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to Diet 7-Up with 100% NutraSweet and no saccharin. It may be the best tasting diet soft drink ever.
Soon, you'll notice a change in Doritos. Now charged with even more nacho cheese flavor. Definitely.
Later at 6:30, Pat Sajak hosts more fun with America's favorite game show, Wheel of Fortune. But first, we cover the news, weather, and sports from the heart of Illinois and across the nation with 19 Eyewitness News and ABC World News Tonight. Stay tuned and stay informed. Next on WHOI.
Production of Merv Griffin Enterprises, distributed by King World.
Just ahead, the state legislature approves projects for Build Illinois. And divers recover the missing victim of a weekend boating accident.
Also, student leaders tackle the teen drinking issue, and GP Transit may drop a couple of bus routes. Eyewitness News is next.
In 1933, Central Illinois put their trust in Able Monument Company to provide them with monuments and memorials for their loved ones. The same is true today. Able Monument features seal mark Rock of Ages memorials, handcrafted from the finest quality granite available and backed by a full guarantee. It is important to see what you're buying, and at Able, you'll find over 500 monuments and memorials in stock. Because you care, we care. Able Monument Company, Canton and Pekin.
Does President Reagan call your husband once a week?
I call him once a year.
I don't spend much time sitting by the phone.
Personally using my acting career as a stepping stone to the governorship of California and the subsequent presidency of the United States.
I just became the appendage of a congressman at the age of, my early 20s.
We hope you'll join us.
Donahue, weekdays at 9 on TV 19.
Gonna party like before. It's the bitches once more. Gonna stroll across the floor.
Well, turn it loose with the silver bullet. Find it, grab it, pull it. Rock and roll with a cold Coors Light.
Vapors heavy, the weight is minor.
Silver bullet won't slow you down.
Keep it light, party like.
Well, turn it loose with the silver bullet tonight.
Coors Light Beer.
19, we got it all.
This is 19 Eyewitness News for the heart of Illinois, with news anchors Teri Scott and Bill Bro, Doug Bell on sports, and Lee Ranson with the weather.
Good evening once again, everybody. The Illinois General Assembly today approved the compromise version of Build Illinois. That's the massive public works program designed by Governor Thompson. The bill has been the object of controversy for months, and lawmakers needed a special session today to get it on the books. Our Bill Alexander tonight is back from Springfield and in our newsroom. Bill, what finally broke the deadlock?
Well, as you say, Bill, it was that compromise reached by legislative leaders over the weekend. The House vote was 95-15, and over in the Senate, the vote was 45-1 in favor of the massive public works project. The lawmakers today settled on that compromise version of Build Illinois. The compromise is the culmination of a very long and drawn-out affair, an affair that has pitted Republican against Democrats. Now, both parties vying for special Build Illinois projects. The Republicans all the time fearful that Democrats in Cook County would get the benefits, and Republicans fearing there would be less for central and southern Illinois. Now, caught in the middle were nearly 100,000 of the state's welfare recipients. That's because Republicans refused to approve the state's welfare budget, but that was eventually passed, as was Build Illinois today, but not before some last-minute rhetoric about projects and money distribution.
Delay, which is provided by the rules.
Mr. McPike has moved to suspend Rule 79D to allow votes to be taken today.
Not adopt.
2 years ago, we may never find out the question that was heard about the 1984 election as to the question of where it will be. But I can submit to you that it will become paramount clear to us in the election of 1976 when we try to answer the question, where is the fourth? The fourth, ladies and gentlemen, is in the so-called, one to be known as Build Illinois, a clever name that is not going to serve the purposes of economic development in the state of Illinois.
We have made, I think, a fair and equitable distribution. This second conference committee report has just been approved by the House of Representatives with 90 affirmative votes. I would ask that the Senate adopt the second conference committee report on House Bill 993. I urge an aye vote by all present.
That's all academic now. They, of course, did pass it. The big question is now, where will all the money go? Let's just talk about 2 or 3 of the projects locally. $2 million for Peoria for Southtown redevelopment, $1.3 billion in the first year for Route 51. That will help the people in Normal a lot. Sewer money for Galesburg and money for the Galesburg Mental Health Center. So Central Illinois did do quite well.
Thank you, Bill. Making it through the weekend wasn't an easy task for many welfare recipients, especially for those who couldn't cash their checks. The aid came late as the legislature bickered over Build Illinois. But thanks to the passage of the welfare budget over the weekend, 900 checks arrived Saturday morning at the Peoria Currency Exchange. But after close to $40,000 in cash was doled out, the cash drawers were empty.
It's really hard, especially if you have kids, you know, and you can't get food, and then it's hard to get Pampers, and then, you can't go nowhere with the kids, and you have to stay home.
Well, it was really, really busy all day, and we ran out of money about 2:30, 2:45. We had people that had been down to Zoll's to cash their checks, and they had run out of money, so they came back up here, and with the banks closed, there wasn't any way we could get any more money, so...
Early this morning, there were long lines of aid recipients waiting to cash their checks.
Local officials this evening have found the body of a Pekin man killed in a weekend boating accident. Tazewell County firefighters found the body of 22-year-old Brennan Lee floating just south of the Pekin Bridge.
Me and another fellow seen it pop up. We didn't know at the time it was a body. We got a private boater over here to go out to verify that it was a body, and it was. And so then I called my men back. They were down at Turkey Island, which is about 2 miles down the river. What they were doing was checking the shorelines, because usually after 2 or 3 days, with this water temperature, a body normally will float unless he's caught good someplace.
Lee was the driver of one of 2 speedboats that collided Saturday near the Pekin Bridge. His passenger, 21-year-old Vicki Eaton of Peoria, remains in serious condition at St. Francis Medical Center. There were no serious injuries to the 4 people in the other boat, driven by 45-year-old James Head of East Peoria. The Illinois Conservation Department is investigating the accident. A Morton infant is dead and her parents in serious condition after a car accident yesterday evening. 1.5-year-old Tabitha Marsh was pronounced dead at the scene shortly after 9:30. Tazewell County officials say details are still sketchy, but her parents' car collided with another vehicle at the intersection of Town Line Road and Mackinac Blacktop. William and Laura Marsh are in St. Francis Medical Center. The driver of the second car, Emery Sears, was treated and released.
Kewanee, Illinois' long-suffering policemen may finally get some relief, but only some relief, certainly not all they need. At tonight's City Council meeting in Kewanee, the Chief of Police is expected to ask the Council to approve the hiring of 7 new officers. Those officers are desperately needed because the current Kewanee police force is so understaffed that officers must work 12-hour shifts. Even if the Council agrees to hire the new policeman, only one of the hirees has enough experience to go out on the street immediately. The other 6 will have to go to police school and won't be on the job until probably October. Lee, we haven't seen the worst of the heat yet, have we?
No, I'm afraid tomorrow could be the all-time corker. Today wasn't too bad because we did get some clouds in this afternoon, and believe it or not, even a few showers around. But it was hot this afternoon for those guys. Back in a minute.
Heath introduces a new soft and crunchy candy bar. It's soft.
It's crunchy.
Toffee tidbits covered with real milk chocolate. It's Heath's new soft and crunchy.
For a midday snack, you can't beat a Heath.
Heath's new soft and crunchy.
You can't beat a Heath.
I love the great taste of Heath, America's original toffee bar.
Rich English toffee covered with real milk chocolate.
For a quick pick-me-up, you can't beat a Heath.
America's original toffee bar.
You can't beat a Heath.
Liberty Home Auctioneers presents the largest auction of single-family homes in Illinois ever. 170 homes to be auctioned in Peoria in the first Veterans Administration auction in Illinois history. You don't have to be a veteran to bid and buy. Everyone's welcome. 170 VA homes, no minimum opening bid. You set the price. The 2-day Illinois VA auction, 1:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, July 13th and 14th at the Peoria Civic Center, 201 Southwest Jefferson, Peoria. See Sunday's papers for home listings or call the auction hotline at 691-8661 today. Don't miss it.
Vacation time means savings time at your Ford dealer.
On tough Ford trucks. They're #1 in mid-America.
When it comes to serious fun,
Or a job to be done.
Ford trucks. They're #1.
Now for a limited time only, get 8.8 annual percentage rate financing on 2-wheel drive F-150 and F-250 regular cab pickups.
8.8 can save you hundreds. But hurry, now's the time to buy while the selection's great.
See your mid-America Ford dealer today.
How did you get that slide to do that?
It's all on the wrist.
I have a pool, and because D&J Fence and Pools carries chemicals, filters, fences, and everything I need for upkeep, I only need to make one stop. Plus, they just don't say, try this chemical. I bring them a sample of my pool water, they run it through their computer, then I know what chemicals I need. And the employees at D&J Fence and Pool attend national seminars in schools so they can service their customers. So if you have a pool or want to get one, make one stop at D&J Fence and Pools on Farmington Road in Peoria.
Well, around noontime today, it looked like it was going to be one of those 95-degree days today. As the sun came out and was really already scorching, it had hit 87 degrees by about 12:30 this afternoon. But then the clouds kind of moved in and saved us a little bit. And we really did have a warm, humid day, but it was not near as bad as it could have been. And we're at least getting those roads patched up a little bit. Thank you, guys. Temperatures around the state, all in the 80-degree range in the northern half of the state. Southern half, as you can see, St. Louis, Cairo, both reporting temperatures in the 90s. We have 87 degrees. We were at 87, as I mentioned, about 12:30. It dropped down to 85, and now it's back to 87. Cloudy skies, humidity 61%, winds out of the west at 9, barometer 29.93 and steady. Our temperature is the warmest of the day, 87. Our low this morning was 68. Normally we have a high of 85, a low of 64, so we're 3 degrees above normal for the day. Just had a trace of precipitation, a little shower this afternoon at the Weather Service. Records for today set back in that horrid year of 1936 when they had all those 100-degree temperatures, and it was 49 in 1908. You can see the little low-pressure disturbance. That cold front is pushing through Iowa now, the Iowa being the only state in the entire country that is completely cloud-covered. There is a cold front that's pushing through after a low-pressure center has gone through and gone up into Ontario. There's one back in Nebraska with a warm front, some very warm temperatures back out in the mountain states again today. But on the radar, you can see some pretty good showers through the middle section of Iowa and the southern part of Minnesota, also some kind of scattered around the state of Illinois. But closer, you can see on our Moline radar where most of the showers are. This little tiny band of showers went through the area. It may have gotten you just a few drops, and then it may have missed you too. But as you can see, there's quite a bit more back in the state of Iowa that are coming our way. So we do have about a 30% chance for some thunderstorms tonight. Doesn't look like anything severe or any heavy stuff, but at least a chance for some showers. By tomorrow, it looks like anyway, this hot air is going to be pushing up. The showers should be moving out of the way. And it's going to be a very hot day from all the way from the Ohio Valley clear back into the Plain States, and even way out west where they're still suffering with hundreds. They're going to keep suffering for a while, it looks like. These are the highs for tomorrow. 100s all the way back up into Idaho and Oregon, 90s into Washington State, all the mountain states, central Illinois, down into Florida, and 80s along the northern tier states. Everybody's going to be hot tomorrow, but it's going to be kind of short-lived, as you'll see in a second. Tonight, there's a 30% chance for some showers and thunderstorms. A low temperature will be about 74. Morning when you get up, it'll be partly sunny, about 76 to start off the day, but boy, it is going to warm up with a 30% chance of showers. 95 our high temperature tomorrow before the rains come. Tomorrow night, though, should be partly cloudy, a little bit cooler with a low of 63, and Wednesday looks downright nice, partly sunny and cooler with a high about 84. In fact, after that hot one tomorrow and a chance of showers, the rest of the week through the weekend looks very comfortable. Maybe we'll get rid of those 95-degree days after that one tomorrow. Let's hope. I'll be back again tonight at 10. Bill?
Better look for your air-conditioned sports shirt, Lee. Still ahead, student leaders study the teen drinking problem. And next, more on the county board's efforts to solve the courthouse space problem. Stay with us.
It never fails. The one thing most people overlook about their cars is the belts. You see, after 4 years, they can go any time. So if your car's over 4 years old, replace the belts. And tell them you want gates.
On sale wherever you see this shield, and stop by your participating IPS Auto Parts store and see how this beautiful flannel-lined satin jacket can be yours. Bauer Automotive on South Center in Bloomington and El Paso Auto Supply in El Paso. P&W Builders presents the all-new Great Room Model Open House. The Great Room Model combines spacious living, family, and dining rooms under one high-arched cathedral ceiling. This luxurious home features an exterior of brick and maintenance-free aluminum siding, 3 large bedrooms, 2 baths, a 2-car garage, and a spacious kitchen with built-in oak cabinetry. You'll never find another home so beautifully designed and decorated at a below-market price. And remember, P&W builds anywhere within 60 miles of Peoria. Discover true luxury. Visit P&W Builders' new Great Room Model Open House today.
The sale at Central Fixture is simply fantastic. For a limited time, decorative ceiling fans are now sale priced at 30 to 50% off. All types of fans, 4, 5, and 6 blade, close to the ceiling, hang-down models, even Casablanca and Fasco fans are on display for you. Plus, now you can visit Central Fixture's new room of lights filled with fancy light kits designed for any ceiling fan. So for beautiful ceiling fans with matching light kits, come to the fantastic sale at Central Fixture in Peoria.
If Coors thought like a corporation, they'd have breweries all across the country.
so they could do things like cut the cost of shipping their beer. But because Coors thinks like a brewer, they have only one brewery, right where the best brewing water is, the Rockies. And having only one brewery makes sure that every Coors tastes as good as every other Coors. Thinking like a brewer, not like a corporation. That's why, for the consistent taste of a great beer, Coors is the one.
The county board will be hustling to meet a September 1st deadline. That's when members must have the courthouse space problem solved or else face a lawsuit. Well, today the judge who's threatening legal action against the county says no to extending the deadline. Brenda LeDunn has the story.
No.
Chief Judge Peter Pellucci says the deadline stands as is. There is an urgent need to expand courthouse space, especially courtroom space. It seems cramped quarters have ignited violence in the courts. Just today, an attorney was attacked by a defendant.
They both had to leave the courtroom through the same doorway. As I understand it, the attorney was getting ready to go down the hallway, that he physically attacked the attorney.
Pellucci says he'll hold an administrative hearing in September if the board has not solved the space problem. He hopes court action will force the county to come up with a plan. County Board Chairwoman Betty Menold says the board is bound and determined to meet the deadline. She's made a suggestion concerning the board's option of acquiring buildings downtown. That is to cut the time it takes to process a proposal. And there's more to her time-saving plan.
Stage 2 and Stage 3 can be done together. That is figuring out what the utilization of the courthouse is and to make a final determination on where that space will be actually allocated.
The options before the board are 1, expanding the courthouse into the grassy knoll along Jefferson Street, or 2, building on the old county jail site, or 3, acquiring one of the older downtown buildings. For now, Tallman Home and about 7 or 8 other buildings are in the running. But if the county doesn't meet the deadline, Judge Pellucci says he'll go ahead with the hearing in September and bring suit against the county to get the space problem finally resolved. Brenda LeDunn, 19 Eyewitness News.
The Greater Peoria Mass Transit Board wants to eliminate bus service to Caterpillar's Morton and Mossville plants. Board Chairman Ray Tilley says those changes, along with several others, are in response to a 1984 study.
We engaged the AT people to come in and make this study to find out where our weaknesses are. And we found out where the weaknesses are, and that's what our report reflects, and the recommendations that were given today should improve our efficiency and economy in the service.
Tilley says low ridership is the reason for eliminating the routes. However, bus service to Caterpillar's Peoria and East Peoria facilities will continue. The board also adopted a new bus route to operate between Northwoods Mall and Illinois Central College. A public hearing on the proposed recommendations is scheduled for July. The teen drinking problem in Peoria has received a great deal of attention in past months, especially after 2 youths were killed in alcohol-related accidents. Today, a group of student leaders got together to find out what they can do about the problem. They met with Dennis Pope, the director of Proctor Hospital's Chemical Dependency Unit. Students say the drinking problem in the high school is serious, and they hope Pope has some solutions for them.
I've hung around with a lot of people that do drink a little bit, but not basically a lot. And in school, you can just tell some of the kids do drink. A few of them do drink in school, and it just shows by their attitudes.
I hope to see them set up their own program, but I would think that their direction would be setting up a program where the youth in the school itself began to take on a different set of values.
Pope says similar programs have worked in other communities. He sees no reason why one wouldn't work here. Well, the Cubs had a rough weekend, but I hope things are looking up today.
Yeah, they played a doubleheader, as we were kind of talking about. It wasn't an official doubleheader because they only played 3 innings to complete the first game because it was a suspended game. So I was trying to tell you that, but something came up. So stick around. We'll tell you how it went. And the Cubs did see the light in the first game.
Here's a convenient idea for the office from Hinckley & Schmidt.
Eliminate the hassle and unsanitary conditions caused by community glasses with the Hinckley & Schmidt cooler and Solo cups. There's piping hot pure water for coffee, tea, hot chocolate and soups, and icy cold water for drinking, available at the flick of a finger in a crystal clear Solo cup. Hinckley & Schmidt and Solo invite you to save $50 and enjoy the convenience of a hot and cold cooler in your office. Call this number, mention this ad, and you'll save $50 when you start service.
Steak and Shake.
New.
Now. Shakes alive.
Cookies and cream.
Double chocolate chip.
Steak and Shake. Very, very strawberry.
Fudge chocolate cookie.
Shakes alive.
4 fantastic flavors.
Real cool.
Really great.
Taste them now. Steak and Shake.
They're hot. They're really hot. You can even hear them sizzle. The hotter the weather, the hotter the deals at Emerson Pontiac in Pekin. Emerson Pontiac, being the largest exclusive Pontiac dealer in Central Illinois, means Emerson Pontiac has the lowest prices. The largest selection. The best service. Before you buy, deal with a dealer on the move. Sizzling Emerson Pontiac, Route 29, downtown Pekin. Central Illinois' largest exclusive Pontiac dealer. On the move and red hot. Red hot.